วัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who's interested is welcome to join. And we will go to our first participant tonight, which happened to be Marcos from the Netherlands. Hi, Marco.
Hi, Ajaan.
Good evening, good morning, or whatever the time it is.
Good evening. It's afternoon. Thank you.
So how's everything? Okay.
Progress, some minor setbacks, but overall, I'm happy to reach that point in time, and I didn't do that. And the worst one of that one is that so I failed the test. That's fine, but what I did then is not okay. I deflected the situation. This is what I talked about last week as well. So I wasn't courageous enough to come up for my own mistake. I wasn't courageous enough for the situation, which then caused suffering for my wife because I wasn't being honest about the situation. I was deflecting. I was trying to find another excuse as to why I didn't listen to our promise. So I was too weak to come up. So one of the suggestions I'm looking for is, so the kilesas, why does it seem that for me, the kilesas for women seem less bad than for men? Because it's a similar situation. The kilesas are the same. They're not male or female.
Well, it's just your evaluation of the situation that makes you feel worse or bad or good. That's all.
Yeah, and that's something that we discussed. And I have a feeling that in the past, always I've hated to be in situations where I'm being confronted, and I didn't want to confront the situation. So I wanted to prevent a bad, I don't know, atmosphere to happen. Which means if we seriously look at the situation, it means that I accepted the situation, which means that it felt good then for me. That has to be the conclusion. So for me, it's important to do that analysis faster so that I don't get caught off guard. I think that's the proper word. I have to test myself more, be more courageous, and also to come up with, if I make a mistake, if I fall, then I have to be honest about it and not deflect. And I'm trying to find out why I'm deflecting. And one of the things that came up that during the past, I just want to prevent a bad situation. But by doing so, I'm breaking the fourth precept, and I don't want that. So that's something that I need to work on strongly and be more courageous. And that's what I'm looking for to come up with the right way. So it's the right way to analyze every situation, see if I like, dislike, or if it's a neutral feeling. And then the next step is it a skillful action, yes or no? Because then if it's a skillful action, then it's fine. But I'm noticing that now I'm not looking at other women. I'm not looking at other situations anymore. I'm not being distracted about that because I have a voice in my head that warns me to try to prevent that from happening. But that didn't happen on Sunday. It was on Sunday. So there's a lot of progress to be made there, I guess. But it's a difficult trip. I've noticed that in the past I've been dishonest about things to be liked, and I've been dishonest about things because I didn't accept myself. And this is what I said last week as well. I can't be that hard for myself in the past. I have to be in the now, and I have to go forward. And it's difficult. I'm just seeing that I'm struggling with that, and then that I need to be more Yeah, strong. And the good thing is that I've been doing a lot of walking meditation, and meditation is now going better. And I have a feeling that there's a lot of things that have more clarity, but I'm still in situations in public not confident enough, I think. And that's something that I need to work on.
Well, if you're not confident, then try to avoid any confrontation. If you come across the situation, if you can duck, avoid
But
facing the situation, and instead of facing the situation, if you can avoid it, then avoid it. But if you're confident, then it's okay.
yeah, I think that the thing is that I tried to avoid it in the wrong way, and then try to find excuses, and that's what I need to figure out, because that's wrong. I mean, I do like to challenge myself. I do want to have the courage to do the right decision in those situations. So I should just be honest about it, and that's difficult sometimes when you have an old habit that you're trying to get out.
Well, one way to deal with this situation is try to do the homework, practice, imagine the situation that you're gonna run into, and see how you would react, or tell your mind how you should react. Sometimes if you prepare yourself for it, then when the things happen, then you can react properly. But if you don't prepare yourself for the situation, when things come up, you might not know how to react properly, and your defilement might take over your reaction.
Yeah, that's a very good one. Actually, my wife is helping me with that as well, to come up with scenarios, and also with old situations, and trying to picture, okay, how would you act now in this situation? What's happening? What's the feeling that goes under it? And it helps. It helps a lot. But yeah, still work to be done. But I like to at least have the forum to explain, and also to confess, because that feels pressure. And every day I've been doing the precepts. I've been also doing the evening chanting as well, and I noticed that also helps to keep sharper, and I like that. That feeling helps. I told my wife, I have the feeling that now I'm so focused in not breaking the third precept, that the situation that happened was not prepared well enough to deal with, and that's something that I need to work on as well. And that's, yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah,
One
you
day
have
at
to
a time.
keep practicing, keep imagining the different scenarios you might have to be in, and you have to think of the proper reaction to each scenario.
Yeah. Another thing that I've noticed as well is that at work I'm trying to distance myself more from my colleagues, also because I don't necessarily like the things that they're discussing, but also because there's things that they discuss that I used to be trying to get into a conversation with, and I've been trying to analyze that as well. And I'm realizing the only reason why I participate in these conversations is because I want to be liked, and I'm past that. I don't need to be liked. It's okay. I mean, if it's not skillful talk, then why bother even talking, right? So there's something that I'm making progress in as well, and that's a good thing. That's a good feeling, actually.
Yes, it's better to be honest than to be liked. If you have to choose between being honest and being liked, you should choose being honest.
Yeah, that's what
Because
I've been.
people can like you, or then they can dislike you. They can like you today, and tomorrow they can still dislike you anyway. So
Yeah, and I still have to deal with my own suffering.
yeah. But if you are
True.
honest, then you will always remain honest. So you should
That's the
not
key.
trade your integrity for the sake of having people to like you.
That's what I'm trying to break. It's been such a defense mechanism for me in the past, that I'm trying to get through. It's not worth it, because in the end it doesn't pay off anything.
Mhm.
It
The
goes at my
Buddha,
own expense.
the Buddha say, if you cannot find good company or people who is good or better than you are morally, then it's better to live alone, to go it alone.
Yeah, so one of the things, this is actually a funny one. So I hold my wife in very high regard. I think that she's in the other side of the spectrum where she's higher than me at this point.
Then you
So
should,
I'm pulling up towards her,
yeah,
and
you should
she's
cling to
like,
her. She can
I
pull
know,
you
but
up. She can pull you up. Yeah.
exactly, but I don't want to do it at her expense. So that advice for her would mean that she has to go away from me. But I try to be a better man and listen to her. And I really appreciate that she does take the time that she does to just to talk to me and to actually help me with the problems that are there. And yeah, I feel indebted to her a lot, and I know that I can be a better person because of that.
Yes, just keep trying and be vigilant. Don't let off your guard. Because as soon
Thank you,
as you
Ajahn.
let off your guard, your defilement will attack you right away.
Yeah, hypercare indeed.
Okay, anything else?
No, there's one other thing that I've been trying not to judge people anymore, and I noticed by analyzing that the people I've been judging in the past, I was 100% reflecting myself. So it's like I saw behavior in other people that were actually my behavior that I disliked, and that helps in the contemplation about seeing my true self, and then seeing like, okay, so how dare you judge that person because you are doing worse things even, and that's helping me out a lot as well. Funny enough, it does help me with my professionalism too, because I was distracting. I was talking too frivolous in conversations with colleagues, and I've been not doing that anymore, and it's been more peaceful for me as well, because I'm not worried about what people think. I'm just being to the fact, and that's helping. So yeah, that's also one of the things that I've been working on.
Okay, good. I don't really have anything to offer you at this time.
The only question that I would have for you last is what part of me would you advise me to work on most of all? There's so many flaws that I have that I've encountered.
Well, you need to have the right tool to deal with your situation. And the right tool is being mindful all the time. And so try to stay mindful. And then whenever the situation comes up, your mindfulness will guide you to the right reaction. Because
Yeah.
when you're mindful, you are less emotional. You will react more rationally than emotionally. But when you're not mindful, then your emotion will become greater, and you might react to things with emotion rather than rationality.
Yeah, that's a big issue.
Yeah, this is a very important tool, which is mindfulness. Okay, so stay mindful, try to reduce your thought as much as possible. But maybe recite Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto to clear your mind out.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing as well. And also the 32 parts I've been learning and saying them in the car back and forth. I'm noticing also that I'm not listening to music anymore, which is actually very calming as well. And that helps too. So there's definitely progress there.
Yes, that's good. Okay.
Thank you,
Anything else?
Ajahn.
All right.
No, thank you for your time.
Okay. Take care.
Thanks, Ajahn.
Next, Alvin from Malaysia.
Namaskar, Ajahn. Just listening, no question. Just to pay my
Okay.
respect. Thank you.
Malaysia Chan, also from Malaysia.
Very Prajan. I don't have question for tonight. I just listening. Thank you, Prajan.
Okay. All outsourcing from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajahn.
Yes, good evening.
Can
to
you hear me?
Yes.
Last Sunday, I attended the monthly one-day retreat. Then in the morning, I sat for nearly 2 hours. The afternoon, one session, 2 hours, and another session, 1 hour. All in around 5 hours that day. Then I experienced calmness, then stillness, then then one-pointedness, then no effort, stay there very peaceful, very at ease, so natural, and no need to do any energy, just stay there in one-pointedness and mind knowing, and then no thinking at all. But sometimes phenomena come out like my face suddenly lightens up, then I note and let it pass. Then when I saw the purple lights also, I let it pass. And sometimes I got goose pimples as I let it pass. Is that correct?
Yes, treat everything as anatta, as anicca.
Then normal times I do some contemplation. Usually the thought of death will come out a few times a day. Just contemplate on death. But now daily life I cannot find so much time to meditate.
Yes, you need to do work on your day off when you're not working.
No, I'm retired, but I've got housework to do, cooking. Morning I will do cooking, everything. Then afternoon,
You can practice mindfulness as you work out with your
yes, I practice mindfulness. But now the question is the choice between I do dana and meditating. If I do dana, I have a lot of preparations. Normally, when I cook curry, fish curry, I have to do cleaning the fish around 2 hours, then preparing the curry ingredients around 2 hours, then preparing other dishes. It takes a lot of my time. And then I don't have so much time to do meditation.
Then you have to prioritize which one is more important to you.
I thought if I forgo dana, but now the monk is having Vasa outstation. When he comes back, then my name is in the group, in the Monday group. Then I don't go.
You can do dana by not spending a lot of time on it. Just transfer your money to the committee and let them do the work. You just support them with your money.
I see. Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, you don't need to do all the work. If you need the time for more meditation, and then if you have to choose between the two, then choose meditation.
Okay.
Because dana is just a step leading you toward meditation. Once you're up there, then you don't need to come back down to do your dana anymore.
Okay.
You act like monks. Instead of being a supporter of monks, you become monks yourself when you meditate.
Okay. I'm very blessed because my husband and my son and myself, 3 of us, we always go for retreats together. Then we go for meditation together. Then at home also, some nights we'll do sitting meditation together. But the thought always comes up, contemplation, that one day we have to be separated.
Yes, you should think like this a lot so that you're ready for separation anytime.
I told my son that we wishes to become a monk. He doesn't have to wait until we all pass away only to become a monk. I say, if you wish to become a monk, you can go ahead. No need to wait until we pass away.
Good. Okay, anything else?
Okay, nothing. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay,
for your
you're
advice.
welcome. Next, get Yenso from Penang.
Ajahn, good evening. Yeah, I'm listening for learning. Yeah. No question.
Okay, Claudia from Switzerland.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon from Switzerland, Tanachan. I'm happy to be here today. I have no questions.
Now you have more time to join our meeting.
Yes, I was caring for a family for 2 weeks, and currently I have off until the next family is in need. So I always enjoy the time when I have off tried to meditate as much as possible. It was quite difficult to meditate when it was so hot. But when we had those heat waves, I tried to meditate as long as possible, but it happened almost each day that I had something like lucid dreams during my meditation. So my mind didn't fall into peace. It started to create something like lucid dreams, and I always tried to be mindful to realize when I start to fall asleep and getting myself back to a peaceful meditation with a mantra like Buddha or Nirvana, but it was quite difficult when it was so hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try it. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Then one day you might become used to the heat, and then the heat won't bother you anymore.
Yeah. I will not give up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just take it as a challenge. The hotter the heat is, then the bigger the challenge for you.
Yes. 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 Of course, I will keep my meditation as much as possible, and yeah, I will see when we have the next summer.
Yeah. Just imagine the heat might be like the fever that you might have to endure one day when you become sick.
Okay.
So if you learn how to endure the heat now, later on when you have fever, you will not be bothered by it. You will know how to deal with the fever. You'll make your mind calm and just accepting the fever. Then there will be no dukkha in your mind.
Thank you so much. This is a very, very good advice. Yeah, very good inspiration.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Next, Ka Lim from Malaysia.
Good day to you, Ajaan. Today I'm only listening. Thank you for the advice.
Okay, Marsha from Ohio.
Hello, good morning. Good evening for you all.
Yes.
Practice is going a little bit better. I had the chance to join a group in Cincinnati for a 5-hour retreat, and I really didn't know the people there, so I was able to focus really well. And then that night when I tried to go to sleep, I couldn't fall asleep. I just kept tossing and turning. And finally, I just kept in one position, kept the body still, and everything separated out again. And I stayed in that separation state for, more than an hour, I'm sure. And it was such a strange experience because, the body was lifeless and the mind was still like an uncontrolled mind. And I think I usually thought, well, if the body and mind separate, then the mind, wouldn't require training. But I was seeing that I had to, in that time when the mind separated, I was having to train it. And it would like wander off. Even without the body, it was this uncontrolled type of mind. And then I'd like do the mantra or focus on the breathing because I could still see the breathing. And so that just went on for a very long time. And then the next day I had very little craving. I've had a lot of trouble with food cravings lately. And the day after that, it was like I didn't need to eat at all. I just ate because I was supposed to eat. And then that kind of faded away. Also, during that separation time, I kept on having the notion that mind is chief, mind is chief. And I could just see it. And also not just in that experience, but generally, a lot of times when I'm laying in the bed, either falling asleep or waking up, and I'll just be watching the mind at that time. We're trying to focus on the breathing, and the thoughts, the mind wanders so quickly, and I'm starting to see the thoughts and how they're not even related to each other, or they don't even make sense sometimes. It's like the mind is just throwing out unrelated things that don't make any sense, like with my normal reality. So anyway, that's what's been happening with me.
That's because you don't have enough mindfulness to control your thoughts. Instead of watching these activities, you should just focus on a mantra or something, and then eventually everything will stop. But without the mantra or without watching something like your breath, these activities will keep going on and on and on. So try not to follow what's going on in your mind. Try to stop it by reciting a mantra. Or if you can watch your breath, just watch your breath. And do nothing else. Don't watch all the activities. Because the more you watch, then you encourage more activities to come on. But if you ignore them, you keep focus on your mantra, then all the activities will eventually subside and disappear.
That sounds exactly right. Yes, yes. And it's the hardest thing. I mean, I'll be trying to do that, and it's like the strength to do that is weak.
Yes, it's hard to do the mantra. You might be able to do it a few seconds, and then you're back to watching the things again.
That's right. That's what's happening. It's a fight. It's just a fight. I have to keep fighting.
You just tell yourself that you have to cling on to the mantra. Don't let it go. Don't let it slip away from you. Hang on to the mantra.
Okay, thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Kelvin from Singapore.
Greeting, Donovan.
Yes,
Donovan.
good
I have
evening
no
to
question.
you. No question.
Yeah, I have no question. I'm here just to learn the Dharma and to see you today.
Okay. Go
Thank
to
you, Donovan.
Philip from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajaan. I'm just listening in. No questions tonight.
Okay. Alfredo from Sao Paulo. Hi. How are you today?
Hi. My lung is full, but it's full. Bronchitis, asthma.
Asthma, bronchitis.
Yes.
Painful?
No. Full lung. Expector.
Okay. Anicca.
It's normal.
Birth, aging, sickness, and death.
Oh. I don't talk with that, but
you don't have to talk to it. You just have to welcome it. That's all. Welcome to my world. You're part
I
of
am
me.
very near the dead, Bante. If I talk, I dead, but my practice is
okay. Your practice is what?
No, it's okay.
It's okay. Okay. Keep watching your breath, then you won't die.
Yes, yes, yes.
As soon as you
Yes.
stop breathing, then you die. If you keep breathing, you won't die.
Yes. Yes. I noticed that when I meditate with good perspective, good notes of breath. After meditation, my mind is very good.
Yes. After meditation, your mind becomes more calm and peaceful and
Yes.
happy.
Stabilize,
Yeah,
stabilize. Yes.
Okay.
Very good. But it's have to a good meditation, but not a good meditation. Only in breath, only in breath.
Yes,
It's not
mindful.
a good meditation, not stabilize.
Mm.
A lot, not good meditation. I think it's normal, but good meditation and not so good meditation.
It's anicca. Sometimes you have good, sometimes you don't have good.
Yes.
It depends on your mindfulness. If your mindfulness is good, your meditation will be good. If your mindfulness is not good, then your meditation will not be good. So try to have good mindfulness all the time.
Yes.
Okay.
I bought a travel, but I don't go, but
Where you want to go?
no, I don't go. I don't go. I pay, but I don't go
Change
to
your
beach.
mind.
To beach.
To the beach.
Yes, but I don't go.
Meditation is better. Meditation is better.
Oh yes.
The place you get to by meditation is better than the beaches.
Yes. I don't have impulse to travel, but I don't. My life is different.
Because you have contentment, you have samadhi, you have calm. When your mind becomes calm, you're not hungry for anything.
Yes.
Good. You're on the right track.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so sad, but it's normal, no? Yeah, it's normal.
Sad because you still have attachment. You have to give up attachment. Then there will be no sadness.
Yes.
Okay, give up, let go, don't attach. Then you will not be sad.
Yes.
You're sad because you don't want to let go yet. You don't want to let things go.
Yes. Thanks, Bante.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks.
Next, Lynn from Indonesia.
Good evening, Ajaan. I don't have question today.
Okay, no question.
Yeah.
Good. Next to Cove. Cove, where are you from? Singapore?
Oh, hi, Ajaan. I'm from Los Angeles.
Okay, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting.
It's okay. I have a question. How do we get rid of jealousy?
Well, the easiest way when it comes up is just use the mantra. As soon as you know you're being jealous, you just keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. And then once you can calm your mind down, then maybe you can teach your mind that, that we are all the same. We're all subjected to the same thing, aging, sickness, and death. So there's no need to be envious of anybody. Nobody is better than we are. We are all about the same. We are all in the same boat, the sinking boat. So it doesn't matter how rich you get or how famous you become, we're all gonna drown in the end. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
So try to look at our similarity. Don't try to look at our differences. We have more similarity than we have differences. So look at our similarity. We're all gonna get old, we're all gonna get sick, we're all gonna die.
That's true. does it help to, sometimes I try to cover up the jealousy by doing something for that person, like doing a nice thing for that person. Does that help, or?
It depends on your intention. What's the purpose of helping that person? Because not you, by helping other people doesn't get rid of your jealousy, because your jealousy is in your mind. You make comparison with yourself with other people, and you say, "Oh, I'm worse than they are," or something, and it makes you envious of them. But if you look at whatever things they have, fame, money, or anything, they're all temporary. They're all anicca, and they're not true happiness. They're not happy. I can guarantee you, people who have money, people who have status, they're not happy. In fact, they're more unhappy than we are, because they have to try to maintain their status. When you have nothing, there's nothing you have to worry about losing. But as soon as you have something, then you have to worry about losing them. So in fact, it's better not to have anything.
Yes.
But
yeah, even good looks, even good looks, and
yeah, these are your defilement, your cravings. But you can counter this craving by looking at anicca. Everything is temporary. Anicca, impermanent. Doesn't matter what. Good look, one day we're gonna turn into bad look in the end anyway. Look at all the stars, the 60s, the star of the 60s today, they all look like old men. They're all old men now.
True, that's true.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Think of impermanent. Then you will not be envious of anybody, because in fact, if you don't have anything good, then you got nothing good to lose.
Okay.
Good enough?
Anicca. Yes. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is that all for today?
That's all for today. You gave me a lot.
Okay.
So, yeah, thank you.
I'll go to Rohini then. Rohini, where are you from? Sri Lanka, or you have to mute your microphone first. Can you find? Okay, go ahead. You can speak now.
Can you hear me, Ajahn?
Yes.
Okay. Please let me pay my respect to you first.
This is your first time
Yes,
joining us?
I'm new. Yes.
Okay. What can I help you?
Yeah, I don't have any particular question at the moment, but I just wanted to tell you that I read all your books, and also I listened to your Dhammatalk in YouTube, and actually I have learned. I mean, I did not have a clear understanding about Dhamma in my whole life, but after reading your books and YouTube, now I have good understanding. So I'm very grateful, and thank you.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yes, and can I just can you correct me if my understanding is wrong?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so as long as our mind has craving, any form of craving due to defilement, so the after death, if the mind has craving, so the mind gets separated from the body, and it seek for another body, so it get attached to another body. Depend on the karma. So this attachment take place as long as you have craving or the defilement. Am I right?
Yeah, they are all the same thing: craving, attachment,
Yeah.
or
So
defilement.
the meditation is, so that we do meditation because we
Stop
want to
our
make
craving. We want to
yeah,
stop our cravings.
stop our craving, and that means to get rid of the sensual pleasure. Am I right?
To get rid
Sensual.
of our craving for sensual pleasure. We cannot get rid of the sensual pleasure. They're in this world.
Okay.
We want to stop our craving for them. Leave them alone. We don't need them in order to be happy. We will be better off not having them.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, I didn't know this is, it's just, I mean, I'm originally from Sri Lanka, but it's just a ritual. So I did not have any clear, only after reading your books and just 3 months, I just met you in the internet, now nearly 3 months. So since then I did meditation casually, but I did not know why I was meditating. So now I do understand, but still I have a lot of defilement. That means I can sit on meditation, but the problem is my mind goes everywhere. So this is what now I have to work on.
You have to work on mindfulness. When you meditate, you cannot just sit alone without mindfulness. You have to have mindfulness to stop your thoughts.
Yeah, this is what is a challenge really. So I had to work on it. So I just alternatively walking meditation and the sitting meditation, and then reading, then back to reading your Dharma books again and again. So I'm retired, so I have enough time.
You should
So
also
this is how I spend my time now.
You should also do mindfulness during every activities. Besides walking, sitting, or reading. If you're cooking, you should be mindful of your cooking. If you're taking a shower, you should be mindful of taking a shower.
Yeah,
all the time. Everything that you do, you have to be mindful. Not just sitting or walking meditation. You have to be mindful with everything. If you can do this when you meditate, your mind can become calm easily and quickly.
Yeah, this is what I'm working on now. It's a bit hard, but I will get back to you again. So when I come across any, because I haven't improved yet, so I haven't.
It takes a little bit of time to practice.
Yeah.
But once you start doing it, it becomes natural. It becomes part of you. Then you find it easy.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're living
Thank you very
alone?
much.
Are you in the States or where are you?
No, I'm in England. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm from England.
I see, okay.
England, but originally from Sri Lanka.
Okay, and you're retired now.
I'm retired.
Good. So you have all the time for study and
I'm
practice.
retired, but I'm retired from my main job, but I still do private tuition. You know, I teach chemistry, so that is that's mainly at the weekend. But I mainly at the weekend and just a couple of hours during the week.
Good. Keep you busy.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice talking
you.
to you.
Thank you.
If you have any question, you can always come in anytime, every Tuesday.
Yes. Yeah. This time I'm free always because the children come after 5 o'clock. So UK time, this is now 2 o'clock. So I can join.
Okay, good. See you again.
Thank you.
Next, Coxing from Singapore.
Greeting, Ajaan. This evening, I'd like to ask you some questions regarding the interview that you have with Clear Forest Monastery. Yeah. In one of the questions you mentioned about you mentioned that one has to be convinced that the pressures from Jhana is better than the pressures that we can get from the sensuous pressures. So maybe Ajaan, may you elaborate how can we convince oneself that the pressures that we get from jhana is more superior than that of sensual pleasures?
Well, the most what you call the thing that will have the strongest impact on you is the experience itself. So you just somehow have to meditate until you get into jhana. Once you get into jhana, then you'll be 100% convinced. But if you haven't got there yet, then maybe you have to rely on the experience of the noble disciples of the Buddha. Read about his experience, how he described the experience of jhana, and then you can use this as something to convince you. The Buddha said the best form of happiness is the happiness from jhana.
Okay. Then, Prajan, there's another question which arise in me after listening to the interview by the Clear Forest Monastery, and that is when and I think the question was something like jhana was difficult to achieve, and you replied that even for monks, even from the forest tradition, they after practicing for many years, they may not be able to enter jhana. So when I heard this, I was a bit so-called a bit down, because I was thinking that, oh, if I would become a monastic, I may end up not being able to enter into jhana. So maybe Prajan, you can give me the correct perspective so that I don't feel down or disappointed. Yeah, that even if I become monastic, I may not be able to achieve jhana.
It depends on each individual ability to practice mindfulness. So not everyone will be will not be able to enter into jhana, and not everybody will be able to enter into jhana. So there's a mix. So you look at those who can attain jhana also, like Ajaan Man or the teacher, they could. And there are some people who cannot, just you have to be truthful, not to delude yourself that once you become a forest monk, then you can enter into jhana automatically. No, that's not the case. That's all. The case is that it is that dependent on your practice of mindfulness. So you have to look at the general picture. Just don't look at just a small portion of the picture. Look at the big picture, and the big picture says there's a mix in everything. There's good and bad people in every type of circles. Even there were people, I think during the time of the Buddha, I think one person asked the Buddha that you taught everybody to enter to jhana, to go to nibbana, but how come they all don't go to nibbana? The Buddha said, I don't know. I taught them how, but it's up to them whether they can follow the practice, follow the teaching or not. So you should be more interested in following the teaching than trying to look at the example of other monks. If you keep following the teaching, practice supatipanno, then you should get the result.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Prajan.
Look up to those people who got the gold medals. Don't look at those people who didn't get any medals.
Yeah.
Then you get the inspiration. Oh, he can have the gold medal. So too I should be able to do the same thing.
Yeah. I think I look at the negative side of it, and therefore I get somewhat despondent. Yeah. And yeah. And
you have to look at both sides. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Next, Levan from Marin County, California.
Ajahn, I just like to clarify that when we recite Puto, 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 it's just to have the mind, just so that the mind have an object to focus on, but I still, it's more like a mindfulness practice, but I'm still not able to solve or to know the causes of my suffering or pain. Is that
That's
right?
right. It's a different practice. To know the cause of your suffering is wisdom, and so you use the Four Noble Truths as the template to solve your suffering. Anytime you have suffering, the Buddha says either caused by your sensual pleasure cravings, or craving for being, or craving for not being. Then you have to find out which one it is. Like when you get sick and you're not happy, that's because you have the desire for the body to get well. You don't want the body to get sick. But if you can accept that sometimes the body gets sick, and whether it's going to get well soon or not, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to wait it out. And when you can do that, then you can reduce your sadness or your unhappiness of the mind.
But then at least reciting Puto will keep me temporarily out of that suffering.
That's right. You'll stop your craving temporarily.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't know why. It doesn't know the cause of your suffering, which kind of cravings there are. You have to use wisdom to find out.
Mm-hmm.
And then stop that particular craving at that particular time.
Mm-hmm. So each different type of suffering would have different type of causes.
Right, different type of cravings. If your fear of death is it's because you want to live, you don't want to die.
I see.
Okay, so each suffering has different cravings as the cause. You just have to figure out which one it is, and then stop that craving, that particular craving.
Thank you, Ajahn. It's really helpful. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Mike from America, from New York.
Greetings, Ajahn. Thank you
Yes.
for taking my
Good
question
morning.
today.
Good morning to
Good
you.
morning. Yeah, good evening to you. Good morning to me. This morning, I'm always usually so happy on the days that I know that I'm coming into this Dhammatalk. But then this morning, I kind of felt like I was like kind of in a cloud, just these moods and mind states. And some of it has kind of come from having dispassion, kind of noticing how maybe my interests have been departing from those I'm around. In I've been keeping up my practice, and it's kind of been showing me how maybe different I am than some of the people I like to associate with. And it can kind of, I know dispassion is it's something that you should experience on the path, but sometimes it can also almost feel like a depression. So I just was curious if you had any teachings or just any advice for tampering dispassion so that it doesn't kind of lead to something that feels more like depression. Thank you.
Yes, dispassion. When you see dispassion, you are dispassion with something. You have to look that there is a suffering in that something, so it makes you lose the passion for it. Like if you're single, you might think having a family, might be good for you, but then when you look at the suffering that comes with having a family, then you'll start to have dispassion for it. And this is the kind of the right kind of dispassion is to see the thing that you used to have passion for are causing you suffering, causing you dukkha. In fact, you should see the three characteristics. then you will have true dispassion. Whatever, if you can see them as being anicca, dukkha, anatta, then you will have dispassion. You will lose passion for them because you know they are all harmful to you, to your mind. They cause suffering for your mind. Otherwise, it's not true dispassion if you don't see them as being anicca, dukkha, anatta. Seeing them that they're the one that will cause you suffering. Okay, understand?
Yes, Ajahn.
For instance, if you like to have something, you want to possess something, but then you look at the impermanent nature of that something that you want to acquire or want to possess, and you see maybe it's not worth the price to pay for, because you might lose it anyway once you have it. And when you lose it, you have suffering. If you don't want to have suffering, maybe it's better not to have it in the first place. Or whatever you have now, if you can see that they are causing you suffering, then maybe you don't want to have it. Maybe you want to become a monk. Give up your work, give up your possession, everything, because they are the one that causing you all the suffering right now, whether you know it or not. But just that you don't have enough strength, enough mindfulness to be able to stand on your own without having anything to make you happy. But if you have enough mindfulness, enough meditation to keep you happy, then you don't need anything anymore. Then that's real dispassion. Yeah. Like the Buddha, he see the impermanent nature of his status as being a prince. He's going to get old, get sick one day, and he has no passion for it anymore. Before that, before he saw a sick man, a dying man, an old man, he was still have zest for life, for the sensual pleasure. But once you see the nature of the body, it's gonna get old, get sick, and die, then he loses his passion for everything. Okay, so if you want to have real dispassion, you have to look at the impermanent nature of things that you have passion for. Or look at your ability to enjoy them. Your body will also get old, get sick, and die. And when your body become old, you might not use the body to enjoy what you used to enjoy before. Okay, this is how you get dispassion. See the dukkha inherent in everything that you have passion for. Because they are impermanent, they are anicca, they are anatta, you cannot control them. This is the root of the wisdom. It's the basis for Buddhist wisdom, is to see the three characteristics of existence, of everything. Everything have these three characteristics. It's just that we don't see it, that's all. Our delusion keep blocking us, our vision to see the real truth. So we need to contemplate on anicca a lot. The Buddha teaches all Buddhists to always contemplate on the impermanent nature of the body. Having been born, we are subjected to aging, sickness, and death, and separation. Just keep reciting, just keep reminding yourself this way every day, as many times as possible. Then your vision of the world will change from being permanent into being impermanent, from being a place of happiness to being a place of unhappiness, of sadness. Then you will have dispassion for life, for the world, the life you used to live in, and you want to change it. Live a life of of solitude, a life of simplicity, life of calm, peace of mind, contentment for meditation. Okay.
Thank you, Ajaan.
Does this answer your question, more or less?
That was very good. Thank you very much.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Nining from Indonesia.
Yeah, Ajahn. Good evening, Ajahn. I have a question about what I listened from the video, A Life of Inner Quality. Here I hear that the heart is experience good and evil. The heart is what does good and evil. And the result, good and bad, pleasant and painful, all come down to the heart. So what is the meaning of the heart here? Is it
The mind is the same. No, it's a mind. It's a knowing element.
It's knowing element.
Sometimes we use the heart instead of using the mind, but they are the same thing. The heart refers to the emotional side of the mind, while the mind it refers to the intellectual side of the knowing element. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Oh, because here, the heart is what does good and evil. So I'm a little bit confused. So, is it also rupa or not?
No, it's citta. It's just citta.
Okay.
The heart and the mano is the heart. Citta is the mind. But it's the same thing. One is on the emotional side, the other on the intellectual side.
Oh, I see. So straight to the heart, straight to the heart. It means straight to the mind, straight to the mind.
That's right. That's right. Not the heart, not the physical heart.
Yeah, that's why, because place your life in his hand by following the practice like a warrior. So before I'm confused. So I know now I understand.
You have you heard of broken heart? Okay. It's not your physical heart is broken, it's your mental heart, your mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I know.
Happy heart, broken heart, But sometimes we can say happy mind or broken mind also. But sometimes the two can be interchangeable. They're the same thing. They refer to the same thing.
I see. So yeah, now I understand, because after the video ends, I asked to myself, what is the meaning of the heart here? So I already know from Ajahn explanation.
Okay, good then.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Thank you, Ajahn.
welcome. Next, Parachita from Dubai.
Hello, good evening, Prajan.
Good evening to you.
Yes. Okay, so as I said last week that I would spend some time to put in a bit more effort. So just wanted to tell you how it went. Of course, mixed, meaning it was good to allocate time and not do much. I found not eating okay, that wasn't difficult. First day, I was quite determined. I did a lot of effort. Second day, I waned. Then third day, I got back on. So it was like that. However, I know that's how practice is. One thing I felt was that I can't also always control the dropping of quietness, but I can, as you keep saying, work on being mindful, because that can just happen and unexpected, and sometimes it doesn't. But I think it's also my effort, I realize. But yeah, that's it.
Yes, sometimes your mind can become calm when you're least expecting it.
Yes.
When you're anticipating it, it doesn't it doesn't come down. But when you're not anticipating, but you're being mindful, then suddenly it can become calm without you realizing it. So just keep maintaining mindfulness. That's the main important ingredient for meditation. But don't try to anticipate or expect the result will have to come right away. Sometimes it might be a little bit later when you're not expecting it. When you're anticipating it, it becomes shy and doesn't want to show up.
And also maybe in that anticipation, I sense in me, there is a clinging. So it's actually not being truly mindful.
That's
like
right.
that,
It's craving,
you know?
anticipating is craving.
It's
And
got an element.
craving
Yes.
will block your mind from becoming calm.
Yeah. So the true mindfulness is just
No craving, no craving.
just this kind of
Yeah.
effort. Yeah, like, and just, yeah.
Just be merely knowing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Just keep trying doing it, practice is like the up and down, like a roller coaster. But at least it keep rolling up higher and higher. Even though when it keeps coming down, up and down, it keeps going up.
Yes.
The more you practice. And you understand better the practice, and you can then understand better.
That is true. And I also read something which got a little, of course, it's there in yoga as well. You said, or that Buddho or Puru, right, is also used, is the seer or just the person or the knower.
Knower, the knower,
Yes.
the knowing.
Yeah, so in yoga also they say Purusha, like, everything else is just life, nature, but that which observes. So yeah, I think we all get trapped thinking what is not in me is me, whatever. So yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just keep practicing, keep studying, and you'll have a deeper understanding of the path of what you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, Saket Anita from California.
Hello, Ajaan. Good evening.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you. Ajaan, I had a couple of questions. One is that many times after work, when I come home, I feel very stressed or my mind is very agitated. And, I just feel like maybe I should just go to sleep and sleep it off, or maybe I should, go out and have ice cream or some dessert or something. Like, I just find it very difficult to be with that kind of a mind. What is the right thing for me to do at that time?
Well, try to restrain your desire to relieve your suffering that way. Try to say maybe you should try something different, like meditating or do some type of mindfulness, like chanting or reciting the mantra or listening to Dhammatalk. Because this will be a better way of relieving your stress.
Okay, thank you, Ajaan. I had one other question. Is it possible to use beads or mala beads in our meditation in any way?
You can use it, but it will block your advance in your meditation practice. Because when you meditate, you want the mind to become still. And in order for the mind to become still, the body has to be still first. Because if the body is not still, it means it is the mind that has to tell the body what to do. So when you use the beat, you're still using the body. The body still has to be working. And if the body is working, it means the mind has to be the one who tells the body what to do. So it's better not to have anything physically at all when you meditate. It should be solely mental activity, like reciting a mantra or watching your breath.
Thank you. Do you have any? Okay, Neeta's listening on the side. She doesn't
Please.
have any.
No question. Hi, how are you?
Good, Ajahn. Thank you so much for all your guidance.
You're welcome. Where are you in California?
We are in Santa Clara, Ajahn.
Santa Clara. Is that in the north? Or is it in the
It's
south?
close to San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah, okay, Bay Area. Fine. East Bay or
South.
South Bay, South Bay. By San Mateo, down south.
1 hour from San Mateo. Like, yeah. Down of San Mateo.
Okay. Good to see you. Good to talk to you.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, we check from Vancouver or near Vancouver.
Ajahn?
Good
Evening.
Ajahn.
Good morning.
Good morning here.
Anything?
Feel relief, Ajahn. Finish our exam. Enjoying the moment.
Temporarily. Eventually there's something else to.
Yeah. And something else will come.
You're running from one stress to the next. That's all. That's what life is all about. Running away from one stress to get into another stress, and then to run away from that stress. And you're running in a circle.
Yeah.
Because whatever you achieve is not permanent. It's temporarily. It might relieve your stress temporarily, but then eventually you start to build up a new stress for you to deal with again.
So it's true, Ajahn. So in order to stop this, like when the
Stop
mind
craving. Stop craving. Live simple. Live with the 4 living requisites and nothing else. And meditate instead of watching TV. Meditate instead of eating more than you need. Meditate instead.
Yes, Ajahn.
That's all you need. Just the 4 living requisites. Have some food, have some clothing, have a place to live in, and have some medicine when you're sick. That's all you need to have. The rest you should have the time to meditate. That's the way how monks live. We live with the 4 living requisites. And we have a lot of time for our meditation because we don't have to have so many things. We don't have to go after so many things.
And sometimes sometimes monk also doesn't have medicine too, right? Like, but you.
They have natural medicine. During the Buddha's time, monks make their own medicine. They use urine to, and with some type of fruits.
Yeah, I heard.
I'm not sure what the word marinate. You use your urine to marinate the fruit, and then you drink the result of the marinade. When you get sick, when you have stomachache, or when you have headache.
Was it like olive or something?
Yeah, some type of fruit, olive or whatever.
It's natural.
Yeah, they have medicinal value if they're mixed with urine, your own urine. Your urine has some salt in it, I think. So this can then, when mixed up with the food, it can become some type of medicine drink for you. Ask Dr. P.R. I think he should know.
Yeah, I think maybe he knows. Yeah.
Anything you like to ask?
No, I was thinking like, so Tanda, if like ordinary like Putujana, they live like what you were saying, kind of live like the life of monk, but they are not monk. Like just practice meditation, they'll be able to achieve like jhana. And then with the Dharma books, then they'll be able to get to first stage of enlightenment.
You can get to all 4 stages of enlightenment.
So not to become a monk, but live like that.
Yeah, just live like a monk. It's not becoming a monk. And if you become a monk and live like a lay person, then you're not a monk anyway. Which what happens today. A lot of monks live like lay people do. They have television, they have, they have things that's like maybe better than lay people do, some monks.
It's not the title. It's how you.
It's how you live, how you do it. It's the action that counts.
Yeah, that's so true.
Ajaan Mahabur used to say, when you shave your head and put on the yellow robe, the defilement are not afraid of this.
Oh, I like that. Oh,
They're afraid when you start to meditate, when you practice keeping the sila and meditate, then that's when the defilement will start to be fearful of you.
That's such a beautiful saying. Oh, I love what he said that. Oh, wow.
If having yellow robe can scare the defilement away, then those people who sell the yellow robe will become enlightened already.
Yeah, that's true. The
So
defilement.
it's not the form that counts; it's the action that counts. Like I lived like a monk for 1 year. See, before I became ordained, I studied how monks live, and so I lived that way. So I'm pretty much maybe 80% monks and 20% laymen.
Wow.
And after living it for 1 year, I know I'm ready for putting on the robe. Before that, I'm not sure whether I could last if I put on the robe, if I could resist my cravings or not. But after practice, having the enough mindfulness and wisdom, I'm quite confident that I could maintain what you call control my cravings. So I then could take up the road.
Yeah, you always you have satcha, right? I don't like you said that you have the truth, like meaning you don't lie to yourself, right? You only do it if you can you have the truth that you can do it. You say something about satcha, like when we is the truth like something like we don't lie to ourselves, something like that. You were saying,
Well, you have to know whether you can keep
yeah.
your intention or not. Some people have the good intention, but when the time comes, they change their minds. It means they don't have truthfulness in themselves. At one moment, they say, "Yes, I will do it," but when the time comes, you then change your mind. Say, "No, I don't want to do it anymore." And this means you don't have satya, truthfulness. You're not honest with yourself. Let's put it that way. Satya is honesty.
Honesty, yeah. I didn't really understand the satya until you talked about satya as in like the honesty to yourself.
Especially to your intention, to your resolution. People make New Year resolution, but they don't have satya. After 3 or 4 days, they forgot what the resolution was already.
Yeah, I didn't understand that term until you explained, satya, and then it's actually important to have satya with ourselves, like to be honest with ourselves, like with our intention, right?
Yes, it's a good tool to force yourself to do good things. If you don't have this intention and truthful honesty with your intention, you will not be able to do anything successfully. Because you can change your mind anytime you want to.
Yeah.
But if you're honest, once you made up your mind, once you make up a promise to yourself, this is what I'm gonna do, then you cannot break that promise.
It's such a powerful,
That's what the Buddha became enlightened when he sat under the Bodhi tree.
Yeah,
He set up his resolution and being honest to his resolution. He said, I'm going to meditate until I become enlightened. If not, I won't get up from the seat. Even if the body should die, if the blood in the body all dries up, he will not move, he will not get up. So you need to have something like this to force yourself to face your defilement and get rid of your defilement. I always try to become weak when we come across our cravings. We melt like wax every time we have cravings.
Melt like wax.
Okay.
When you were practicing for 1 year, then you ordained, right, to become a monk. You were saying at that time it's like 80% practice, but 20% wisdom. And what kind of like Dharma that you get after you ordain, or you are seeking after, like when you practice alone, that you cannot get?
Well, it's not about Dharma not getting, it's about having to work if I remain as a layman, because I ran out of money. So I have to go to work in order to have the 4 requisites. Then if I work, then I won't have all the time that I want to practice. But if I become a monk, then I don't have to work. Then I can have all the time for practice. So that's what I look for, time for practice, becoming a monk. Free me from working. I don't have to go to work to pay for my rent, pay for my food, and so forth. Because it's all paid for once you become a monk. Everything is free.
Practice is hard. Yeah. Oh, so you already know that, this is what Buddha taught us.
I need the time to do more practice. You still have to go over the different level of hindrances that you need to go through. Okay.
Thank you, Dad.
Next, B from Bangkok, B Ravin.
Good evening, Prajan.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm back in Bangkok now. So, Prajan, I have 1 or 2 questions. The first question is, I notice sometimes when I meditate, I have cravings for peacefulness, like craving for jhana or craving for wisdom. Is this a bad craving, or this is a good thought that I should keep reminding myself so I will meditate more often?
It's good thought, but you don't have it during your meditation, that's all. You can have it before you start to meditate. Like when you should decide, asking yourself, what should I be doing? Watching TV or should I meditate? Then you should have craving for meditation during that time. But once you start to meditate, then you stop your craving, because your craving will hinder your progress. When you meditate, you want to focus on your mindfulness and forget about your craving for the result. Because your craving for the result will then prevent you from maintaining or developing mindfulness. So when you start to meditate, don't anticipate, don't expect that you should get the result. If you do, then you're not meditating. You're just sitting there anticipating. You should just keep on watching your breath or reciting the mantra, and doesn't matter. Don't care what's going to happen next. Just stay with your mantra. Stay with your mindfulness. Then the result will come.
Yes. So we can have the thought before, but when we're about to meditate, I should just clear my mind and focus only on the mantra, and whatever happens, just let it happen.
Yes, let it happen. Don't anticipate, don't expect. When you meditate, you want to stop all mental activity. Just to maintain just merely knowing. Know your meditation object. Know your breathing, or know your mantra.
Yes, Prajaan. And sometimes when I meditate, sometimes there may be a few thoughts that come into my head. I should immediately go back to the back to the mantra to keep
That's
it
right.
calm.
Hang on to the mantra. Don't leave the mantra. Don't leave your meditation object. Even if some good experience arises, maybe you feel rapturous, or you just ignore everything. Just be merely knowing and come back to your mantra or your breath if you use the breath.
So just observe them, but don't
focus, because the focus will make the mind become calmer and calmer, and eventually completely 100% calm. But if you start to pay attention to other things that appears, then you're stuck there. You won't go any further. It's like when you drive from your office and good to go home, but on the way you see something on the side of the road, and you stop the car, and then you get down and go look up at the things on the side. Then you won't get home. You just have to keep driving, and ignore everything that you see on the road, no matter how interesting they are. That's what meditation should be like. Just concentrate on driving your meditation object, and forget about everything else that can happen there on the way to your house.
So it's like one-pointedness.
Yes, you want to go home. You don't care about what's going on the street, on the path leading to your destination.
So
but the
basically,
mind is easily distracted. Anything comes up, it will go right away, and forget about the mantra, forget about the breath, and then it just gets stuck there. It cannot go anywhere further, because you're not meditating anymore. You stop meditating. You start to pay attention to things that appear in your mind instead. This is a pitfall for most meditators. When something appears, they start to follow after them, and start to imagine them to be such and such, be heaven, being hell, being all kinds of anything that they can imagine. But they're not. They're just something that appears, and they're temporarily. They are nija. They are anatta. They come and go. So don't lose your time on them. Come back to your meditation object. Okay.
yes, Prajaan. So just focus only on the meditation object. Whatever
That's right.
comes, just observe, merely know, but don't pay attention to it.
Come back to your meditation object right away. Because as soon as you know them, it means you're not watching your breath, you're not reciting your mantra, and come back.
Yes. It's like a distraction of the mind.
Yeah, the distraction of your meditation. It stops you from meditating. without knowing, and you still think you're meditating, when in fact you're not meditating anymore. You're watching something else. Like you start to watch YouTube or watch Facebook.
Or even body sensations, right? Just
Everything,
don't ignore
anything.
them.
You know everything. If you can, painful feeling, anything that appears, just ignore everything, and they won't bother you. But as soon as you start to pay attention to them, they'll start to bother you because you'll start to have aversion and craving. And then you, instead of stopping your mental activity, you're generating more mental activities. Okay.
Yes, Prajaan.
Next.
Just just going
go ahead.
to let you know, Prajaan, next weekend I will be going to Udon Thani and I will have a chance to visit Wat Pa Ban Tat. So I'll get a chance to see where you've been ordained during your early years. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's probably different from what it was then 50 years ago. But anyway, you can imagine.
Yes, I really look forward to it. And it will be a 3-day kind of like a Dharma trip I will take. So I look forward to it.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Maybe it will
Thank you,
inspire you
Prajaan.
to be. Maybe it will inspire you to become a monk one day.
Possibly. But thank you so much, Prajaan,
You're
for your
welcome.
teachings.
Next, Belinda from Singapore.
Good evening, Tanajan. I just like to ask you about the 4 Brahma Vihara. Could you elaborate more as to how we apply to different situations? Like when we look inwards, see how we are feeling and what is surrounding. Like for instance, if I feel angry, or if I meet someone who's angry at me, or how do we apply on that? Do we just choose metta?
Metta is to forgive. When somebody makes you angry, don't get angry at them. Forgive them. If they get angry at you, you cannot use metta. You use ubeka.
Okay.
You don't react to their anger. Let them get angry until they stop. You cannot force them or stop them from being angry. But you can stop your mind from reacting, which can make things worse if you react. So the best thing is not to react. Or forgive them if you can. Okay. If you see somebody needs some help, give help. This is karuna. If you see somebody have advancement or progress in whatever they do, congratulate them, show your joy with them, joyful. Even if someone can take away your boyfriend, you should show some congratulations and okay. If you're happy having my boyfriend, you're welcome. You can have him. Don't get angry or don't get mad when somebody is getting better than you are, being more happy than you are. Don't be envious. That's what.
So if someone feeling jealous from outside, we still apply upeka, Tanajan? Like if someone jealous of us,
Yes, you cannot stop other people. So you use ubeka regarding whatever people might think of you or might do to you. You just use ubeka. But if you can use loving kindness, also you can use that also. If somebody hates you, you might buy them a box of chocolate and see what happens. They might stop hating you after a while. You keep buying them chocolate for a while. But if you keep buying chocolate and they still hate you, then you can stop. It means that it doesn't work. then let them be angry for as long as they want. Maybe this is part of the law of karma. You might have done something bad, terrible to them, so they are so angry at you. No matter what you do for them, they will still remain angry, and then there's nothing you can do. Just accept it with ubekkha. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Next, Diana from Wales.
Greetings, Tanajan. I wanted to ask you, some things are going better. I think I have more self-control and but other things I seem to need to be busy all the time, and I find it really hard to calm my mind down, which I feel like is either avoidance or I don't know quite what. I just wondered if you had any advice, please.
Well, whenever you feel restless or agitated, try to recite a mantra. Keep reciting mantra. This will dampen, it will slow down your restlessness and agitation. Or you becoming ambitious, being overly greedy.
No, not really. It's just like if I have nothing to do, I look for things to do rather than just being able to
Well, tell
be
yourself,
peaceful.
meditate. Meditate is the best thing for you to do. Whenever you look for something to do, tell yourself meditation. If you want to do anything, meditation is the best thing for you, for your mind. You never thought of this choice, right? You always should I watch? Should I eat? Should I drink?
Well, it's all the jobs that need doing, and I'm like, oh, and I need to do this and that and the other, and the garden and the clear the attic, and but yes, you're absolutely right. The one thing I need to do is to meditate.
Yeah, you should add this to your option every time you ask yourself, what should I be doing? I should be meditating. And you can do it right there and then. It's so easy, it's so simple. Just sit down, close your eye, and start watching your breath. Or recite the mantra.
Yes, thank you. I do use the Buddha a lot.
Okay.
I find it really helpful. It does work.
Our problem is we have aversion for meditation. We just don't like it. Even though we know how good it is for us, but we still keep having aversion for it.
Yes, I do it, but not for long periods. So
yeah, because your mindfulness is not strong enough to last a long time. So you have to practice more mindfulness during the day.
Yes, I will definitely add it to my to-do list.
Yeah.
So every time I want to be busy, I can think, oh, I got time to meditate.
That's right. What better things to do than meditation? The Buddha said the consequence of the effect of your meditation will give you the best type of happiness. All right.
Yes. The other thing I seem to struggle with is when people are being very negative and they're moaning a lot. And I know that's my problem as well, because I just have to let people be.
Yeah, you just treat them like the storm or the rain. You cannot stop them. If they want to be bad, it's up to them. You cannot stop them. You have to just learn to live with them. That's all. Accepting them.
I think part of it is because I feel it's not good for them to moan all the time, but that's not really up to me to say that, is it? They have to make their own minds up.
That's right. They cannot stop themselves. That's a problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. They're like the weather. Look at people like the weather, then you'll find easier to live with them. Okay. Live with them with equanimity, ubekkha. This is part of the four Brahma Vihara, four what you call translation in English, the abode of the Brahma. Okay, good.
Yes, thank
You're
you.
welcome. Next, Lisa. Lisa, where are you from? Singapore?
Oh, Namo Buddhaya. Good evening. I'm Lisa. I'm calling from Kuala Lumpur today.
Okay, yes.
And well, thank you for having this Dharma for the asking talk, because I've been trying to call, trying to get onto here for a while. But my question today is just about death. Basically, I'm new to Buddhism. So I started only when my father passed away. And the chief monks came to pray for him in Kuala Lumpur. And that's when I started a little bit more about Buddhism. So so I don't know much about it, but what I did was I hear what people tell me. So I did a lot of things in loving memory of my dad. So we did like lots of Jhana in the temples and even in Bodh Gaya, and did a lot of donations to the publications, to the temples, to the Buddha statues, prayers, robes, candles, cow liberation, donation to other charities. And I'm rather new, and I wanted to know, like, does all this offering that has been done, does my dad actually benefit from it? Like, does he get it? Does he receive it? Does he even know it?
It depends whether he needs it or not. Some people have lots of merit in themselves. So when they go, they don't have to wait for the living to send them merit for them. It's like when you go abroad, if you have enough cash in your pocket, then you don't have to wait for people at home to send you the money. So we don't know this, what kind of status he is in right now, whether he's a deva. A deva is a rich being with plenty of good merit with them. But if he's a hungry ghost, then he would then have to rely on the merit you send him.
Okay, yes. And what about going forward, Ajahn? It's like I can see that there's like the Hungry Ghost Festival and there's a Ulambana Festival, and that's when they always send merits to the departed. And also every Vesak Day and various time, there's always some newsletter from the temple for like candles, offering robes. Is there something that you would continue doing for the departed?
We cannot do much for the departed because we don't know whether they need our help or not.
Mm.
And if they need, we can only send them very little help. So the purpose of giving to charity is not really for the dead, it's for the living, it's for the giver. The purpose of you to do charity is to let go of your attachment to money.
Okay.
That's the purpose of charity. And then you can use this money to support good causes, like supporting temples, supporting charity that do good things for people, for instance.
Mm.
But the purpose is not for the dead, it's for you, for the living, for the giver. So you become less reliable on money.
Right.
And become less attached to money. So then you will have less stress regarding the money that you have.
Mm-hmm. So you'll be more charitable.
Yeah, and charitable is a way of showing your loving kindness. It's a tool of developing loving kindness in your mind.
Yes, okay. Thank you. And the other question is, because I'm new to Buddhism and I don't really know much, but I kind of like follow some dharmas and I read some books and I got some publication from the temple. But what would you advise a new person like to kind of discover the religion more?
Well, you should study some of the principal suttas that Buddhists should know.
Okay.
You should study the 30th auspicious action we call Mangala Sutta.
Okay.
This is the 30th step to reach Nibbana, to become enlightened.
Okay.
Mangala Sutta. then you should also study the first discourse of the Buddha, in which he laid down the principle of his teaching, the core of his teaching,
Okay.
which is called the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta.
Okay.
And then you should study the other one is the four foundation of mindfulness sutta. This will teach you how to learn how to meditate, how to practice meditation. So this is basically you should study.
Okay. All right.
But then you can expand because the teaching might not be clear in itself, so you might have to search for more to understand more. You have to study some other sutta that will explain better.
Right. Right.
But this is the principal sutta that you should know, that you should study.
Okay. And I can presumably get this from the Sutta Central website.
Yes, you can go into search the internet, just put in the name.
Right.
There's another website called Access to Insight. This is a very good resource for Theravada teaching. Access to Insight.org, I think.
Access to Insight. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank
And
you.
if you want to know some general thing, maybe you can just search for the word, what is Buddhism? What is Theravada Buddhism?
Yes, yes.
Then
Tandy, I like the Jataka stories a lot.
Okay, that's good also.
Yeah, I found one on YouTube and it has nice narration and it tells all the stories, you know, like about talkative tortoise or long time
That's
ago.
right.
Yes.
Anything that you can find and enlighten your understanding, then it's okay.
Right, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Next, Piyal and Indira. So you're not busy.
Good morning.
Not busy now, huh? Dr. Piyal, you're not busy
No,
now.
I saw one patient. No. I saw one patient and came back. So there's a few patients there. It's not too bad.
Okay. What can I do for you?
Now we learned a lot today. Actually, it's very good session. I just have a question about just the word samma. Like I know the Eightfold Path all started samma. Samma,
Right.
I mean,
right.
it's in the
Correct.
right. Yeah,
Right,
it
correct.
says right or wrong, but I don't know whether it's the sense of right or wrong. Is it something more than that?
Yes. What is right? I mean, what can get rid of your stress? This is right. This is what the purpose of practice is, to get rid of your stress. So when you say right, I mean this is the right kind of practice that can get rid of your stress.
So, for example, right effort, meaning the correct right amount of effort that is useful to get rid of your craving or desire.
Right. The effort to practice meditation. This is right effort. The effort to go and make money. This is the wrong effort. Because making money will create more stress rather than reducing stress. But meditation will reduce more stress.
So making money, then you have to protect the money, then you have to invest the money, then more stress. Then
and when you lose the money, then you become very stressed.
The robbers come and take your money away and pay taxes.
This is a wrong effort, not right effort.
Can it be right but skillful too? Is it?
Yes, yeah.
Well, right and skillful is the same thing. Yeah. Skillful in the sense that you know that this will get rid of your stress. Then it's skillful. Kusala.
Yes.
Kusala.
Kusala.
Yes.
Kusala, akusala, skillful or unskillful.
Unskillful.
Yes. Thanajan, I think the sensuality subject came a few times, even from the first speaker with the question, the situation he was in. So sensuality is defined as one's greedy intentions. It's not the sensual object out there is the problem. It's a greedy intention towards that. So in other words,
is your craving for it.
Craving for it. So I think the Pali thing, Sankalparago Purusasa Kamo, And Buddha says, Nate kamayani chitrani loke. In other words, sankalpa rago. This is the greedy or craving towards that intention, towards that object. It's not the beautiful object out there. It's the problem.
But our delusion makes us think that they are beautiful, they are attractive, because we don't look at them skillfully.
Yeah.
If we look at them skillfully, we'll see the hidden parts of the body.
Yeah. So what happens is our craving, desire to this subject, keep thinking about imaginary. So that we get attached to the imagination more than the pleasure out of that object itself. That's where the craving, we keep thinking, we proliferate our thoughts. Then actually when you come to get that object, it may not be the same pleasure you were thinking about. Is it the more they imagine the subject we are getting?
You first have to imagine, then you go after your imagination.
So the proliferation, the thoughts, we become more enchanted. So this enchantment, to become disenchanted, like a nibbida. So you need to be replaced by something even better. So
you have to replace
jhana the practice of meditation.
You have to change your imagination. From seeing attractive, you have to see it being unattractive, being a super.
So you see, so the reality, so you can recall the asubha very quickly. As soon as so if you are skillful, you should be able to recall the asubha part right away under the skin very quickly.
You need to practice. You have to practice.
Yeah, like the way Buddha
so till then, would the jhana practice or the bliss and pleasure rapture can replace or help you to get rid of that attraction, because you have a better attraction with meditation. Like you want to sit, you're happy, you're blissful. Why go out to those things which cause you more stress?
When you are in jhana, yes, but when you come out of jhana, you lose that sense of contentment, and then your craving can arise.
So the final battle.
So you need wisdom to eventually stop your cravings. You can stop your cravings when you enter into jhana, but you cannot remain in jhana forever.
But that is helpful though, because you have some.
Yes, you need
some
this
better food.
You need it, or else without jhana, you won't have the strength to be able to apply your wisdom to stop your cravings.
So in other words, the sensual desire, sensuality for the five senses the jhana can help to a certain extent, in a way.
It can stop temporarily and also can support wisdom. When wisdom see the object as being unattractive.
Yeah. So the wisdom finally cut the completely, just from the root itself. It won't come up again, like the tree taken from the root.
That's right.
But the jhana is just cutting the top of the tree, but it'll keep coming back again and again.
Yes, because the root hasn't yet been uprooted.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dhamma.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Thank you so much.
Nothing.
That's it,
Intan from Indonesia.
Good evening, Ajaan.
Good evening.
Ajaan, I have two questions. One, in my country, have opinion to more understand the law of the karma. We need to learn Abhidhamma. So, can I know Ajaan opinion?
What do you mean? What opinion?
I mean, in here, they believe to more understanding the law of karma, we need to learn Abhidhamma Sutta.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I never studied the Abhidhamma, but I can understand the law of karma.
Okay.
The law of karma is so simple. You don't need to study the Abhidhamma. The law of karma says you do good, you reap good. You do bad, you reap bad. It's simple. That's all it is.
Okay. The second question, if I choose to in the enlightenment path, so for me more better I practice meditation, or I still need to learn Dhamma.
You learn Dhamma because you don't know how to meditate. But once you know how to meditate, then you don't need to learn Dhamma anymore.
So the important
Dhamma,
is
studying the Dhamma is like looking at a map. But once you have the map and you start to travel, then you don't need to keep looking at the map. You just keep walking, you keep traveling until you get to your destination. Only look at the map when you're not certain where you are and you want to make sure that you're on the right track. Then you can check the map from time to time.
Okay. Understand, Ajahn. Thank
So
you.
you study the Dhamma so that you know what you have to do. The Dhamma say you have to practice dana, you have to practice sila, you have to practice meditation. Okay, once you know this, then you start practicing. And when you have question about dana or sila, then you have to look up and to find the answer that you want to look for from the Dhamma book. Or ask the teacher if you don't understand whether you're doing it correctly or not. But you don't have to study the whole Tripitaka, you know. Just study what you need to do, what you have to do to find out how to do it, then start doing it.
Okay, understand, Ajahn.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
You're welcome. Sulan, a long time lost friend. Where have you been?
Oh, hello, Ajahn. Nice to see you. Yeah, I've been moving house. Yeah.
Oh, change house and not happy with the old one?
Actually, I'm happy with my old one. Yeah, but it's just that my husband and I are moving out to another place instead. Yeah, to have our own home. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's quite stressful to move, and I don't like moving.
Make you happier?
Huh?
Are you happier now?
Yeah, now I'm like temporarily staying with my parents while my husband is going for a work trip. So I'm pretty comfortable back at my original place. Yeah. So then yeah, I haven't been dialing in. Yeah. Then hope that Ajahn is well.
Yes, you can see me. I'm talking here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I got two questions to ask.
Go ahead.
Okay, my first question is also related to moving, because like Ajahn, like when you had to move from Thailand to overseas to study, and then after that you went into homelessness when you ordained, then do you have any aversion from like adjusting to new environments?
If you do it because you wanted to, then there's no aversion. You do it with attraction.
Oh.
But if you're forced to do something that you don't want to do, then you will have aversion.
I see.
Same action, you can either have aversion or attraction. Depends on your attitude toward that action. If you like that action, then you don't have any aversion for it. But if you don't like that action, then you will have that aversion. So it's your attitude that matters, not what you do really. Regarding aversion, no aversion. Like if you want to move house, when you move house, you don't have aversion. You're happy to move. But if you don't want to move and you have to move, then you would have aversion.
Oh, okay.
It's in your mind. It's all in your mind. Attraction and aversion.
Mm, yeah. So I've been feeling very stressful moving house.
So if you're stressed, it means you don't want to move then.
Yeah.
But if you're happy, if you have no stress, that means you want to move. You're looking forward to a new place.
Then what can I do? I have to change my attitude.
Just learn to live simply. Just don't be choosy. Just a place to sleep, to protect your body. It doesn't have to be luxurious or be lush, be posh. You know, it's just simple. Try to live simple.
Try to live simple. Okay, I shall remember Ajaan's advice.
Okay. Next.
Then my second question is, when we keep procrastinating or find excuses for ourselves, you said that, it's a lack of sacha, no have honesty to ourselves. Then are we also producing bad karma for ourselves?
By procrastinating, you're not doing any bad karma by procrastinating. You're just avoiding or not doing the good karma that you should be doing. That's all. In order to correct this procrastination, you have to think of that you might die tomorrow. So when you die, you won't have the opportunity to do good things that you can do now. So when you think of that, then you might say, oh, maybe I should not procrastinate anymore because I don't know if there will be tomorrow for me or not.
Then when I think in this way, then I feel like, there's a lot of things I want to do. Then again, I'm not
Then
can't
you
really
have
prioritize.
then you have to look at yourself that you only got two hands. So you can only do what your two hands can do for you.
Yeah. I only got two hands.
You don't have 10 hands, so you only got two hands, so you can only do so much with your two hands.
True. Okay. Then I have to think of which one is most important to do.
That's right. You have to prioritize.
Okay. Then Ajahn, like what have you prioritized most?
What do I want prioritize most?
Yeah.
Free your mind from suffering, free your mind from dukkha, from stress. That's the most important thing. Because if your mind is not happy, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you won't be happy. But if your mind is happy, you don't even have to have any money and you can be happy. Look at the Buddha. Before he had lots of money, he lived in the past, but he wasn't happy. So he became a monk and he became very happy. Having no money, but he was happier than when he had money.
Okay.
So you don't emphasize, don't prioritize on money. You should prioritize on the mind free from stress, free from suffering.
And the mind free from stress and free from suffering.
Yeah, make your mind happy. That's what it is. And in order to do this, you have to go meditate and give up your sensual pleasure. That's not what you want to do, right? You cannot give up your sensual pleasure yet.
Yeah, I haven't been able to give up yet.
Okay, then you'll be stressful all the time. Don't blame anybody when you become stressful. Blame on your sensual pleasure craving.
Yeah. So easily like daily life, I need hot shower.
Yes.
Without hot shower, very stressful. So this already one thing that I find it hard to give up.
So you have a long way to go, okay?
Yeah.
All right, we're running out of time. Nice to see you. Don't be gone too long, okay? Next question from email, from whatever the source is.
Namaskar,ท่านอาจารย์ค่ะ. We have one question this evening, and it's from Kun Nanapat from YouTube, Press Suchart Live, translated from Thai. If we are well aware and truly know that our body is not ours, and we know it to be just the 4 elements, but we still need this body to live and function in the world, include taking care of its physicality and personality. Can we consider that based on this, we eliminated the fetter of Sakayatiti?
If you're not attached to it, that's the point. If you're still attached to it, then you eliminate this Sakayatiti. You can take the body as it is, whether it's going to live or you're going to die, it doesn't bother you.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. Well, I think that's about it for tonight. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your company. I hope this meeting is helpful and beneficial to you and can push you to practice more and get closer to enlightenment. In the meantime, please stay safe, be mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, Ajaan.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Ajahn.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emin, and goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Amin.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Prajan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emin.
คุณแอดมินทุกท่านด้วยครับสวัสดีครับ
Bye bye. Thank you.